Welcome back to Glacial Awakening. Today we're going to be getting on with the ore puller. Yes, it's the most important part of Chapter 4. Getting this running will get us, well, first of all, some free ores from the quest, but yep, ores are generated above the ore puller block in the liquid souls. You'll have to devise a fancy way to pull those ores out. So above the ore puller block in the liquid souls. So that sounds like a block breaker and a gravity block of some kind. Anyway, before we get to that, I thought we'd actually just take a look at construction. I decided to put it up here above the grinder, and you can have a look. You can see it laid out already up there. So if we just pop up here, I've basically got it this high because I know we can extend it downwards using extra blocks. If we have a look in the book, there it is, Book of the Well, you can see there is different lengths, and it all depends on the bottom blocks. So I thought it gives ourselves a chimney up here, and then we can see where we go from there. And we need to just put some lights up here just to make sure nothing spawns on the chimney. It is overhanging a little bit, so no spiders can crawl up the outside, but other than that, pretty standard sort of stuff up here. And it seems clearly that well, the liquid souls, if it's going to be generated in the liquid souls, that sounds like it's going to actually get replaced, so we have to get more liquid souls in there. So that's something to think about. Anyway, to get started, we are just going to build the rest of the blocks. You're not going to get to me. Please don't get to me. No, you can't climb. That would be bad. If someone generates a mod pack where zombies can climb, I'm in real trouble. Let's get back down here. There we go. And let's complete the rest of it. So the rest of it, I just need some heavy protection blocks, which I just made. And I made 16. You need 12 to start, but I've made a little bit more. It's really, really expensive on gravel. I mean, if you make, I guess I can make another batch. It's something like heavy protection block. I guess make one more batch. Basically, I must have gone through about 10 stacks of gravel to generate the heavy ingots that I actually need for this thing. So yeah, there is that. We also going to need to make the puller itself. So I'm going to need 2 soul steel, which I just used the last 2 up to make the heavy protection blocks. Let me just go and make another batch. Do I have any more soul steel? I don't think I do. Raw soul steel. What do you actually need? Raw soul steel is metal diamond, soul dust, and crystal catalyst. And I think I've got some metal diamond. I've got some soul dust, so I just need another crystal catalyst. And that is going to be crystals. Do I have any left? I do not have any left. No, of course not. Can we get any crystals from... Oh, so 2 soul steel. I'll just take them from here. And never mind the previous comments. We can just make the puller directly now. There we go. 1 mystical ore puller. That gets us the quest, which also gets us some lapis. Whoops. What was that? What did I do then? Oh, I just shift clicked. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. And there we go. So we have 16 iron ore to get through. We have 16 gold. We have 4 diamond. And that's pretty good. So that quest is done. That means we can now construct the final thing. So I'm going to just go and sleep through the night. And then we'll go and see if we can figure out how to construct the block. So off we go. We're going to need some liquid souls. So what I'm going to do is I want to see whether we can actually... Do I have a bucket? Where's my bucket gone? Bucket. Here, bucket. I can make more, but I actually end up with more and more buckets whenever I do this. I don't want a wooden bucket. I want a regular metal bucket. Is it in here? Yes. I'm just going to get some liquid souls from outside. And just eat a little bit of steak. So we could take these with us. I'm not sure if these retain contents. Let's give it a go. Do they retain? They do retain contents, so that's fine. And that does mean, of course, we can leave this up here, aside from the Mr. Buddha 19 attacking us. There we go. Oh, there's a creeper. I'm going to have to take care of the creeper. Back in a second. As I was saying before the creeper interrupted us, yeah, we're going to take the radiant tank with us, at least to start, and I'll put it up here. And we can always link to it and then go use the M4 down there just to fill this up remotely. So that's kind of useful. Later we'll have to figure out another way of doing that. But the puller block needs to go in the center there, so that's going to be easy enough. There is one thing to mention. See that block in the middle? That's the block I started with. That is one of the amplifying tubes. I pillared up here using cobble and then put an amplifying tube on top. Don't do that. Don't do that. It turns into lava. Lava falls down, hits you on the way down, up, and causes all kinds of problems. So yeah, please don't do that. But other than that, let's put that up there. And then everything else can be filled in. We just need some heavy protection blocks going around. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then everything else, I think, from that point down, well, I need to go and check, but it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Are you a valid multi-block yet? It looks like you are, because they think, well, 30 of 31, which just means we need to probably fill in the last block with some liquid souls. So let's get that going. Do I have any other blocks other than cobblestone? I guess I have heavy protection blocks, but I do need some more. Let me just grab, let's grab some earth blocks from down here. There we go. 1, 2. Oh God. Well, I guess get more earth blocks. That's one way of getting them, I suppose. Yeah. I have the worst luck. Okay, and let's just head up onto the side here. Okay, and then we have that in the middle. So that is complete. And that should start converting across into the ores. Now, what I don't know is if what will happen to, well, the speed we can modify. I've got 2 more batches of essentially heavy blocks, so I'm just going to put those underneath just by putting them here like this. I'm not sure if you need more amplifying blocks. I'm assuming not, but I'll just check that in a minute. So that's okay there. Let's check the book. So what do we need for this? Is there amplifying blocks? There are more amplifying blocks, so I'm going to need to make more of those. Okay, that's fine. I have a couple of extra over there. I completed a stack of 8. I don't think I have any other spare. No. Let me go and get the extra of the stack of 8, and then we'll add them to this column and see how fast it is. So we're not done just yet. We also need to supply some power from Hearth. And that needs a power crystal. Now, there is no recipe in JEI for this. There is a recipe in the book, and that's what we're looking at now, the possibilities. And the 3 parts of it: nucleus, relay, and screen. And nucleus is just the middle piece in the crafting grid. Relay is the top and bottom piece, and the screen is everything else. So nucleus, we can make it from diamond. So I'm going to make a diamond 1. Relay, we need 2 blocks of that. So I think I'm going to go for lapis lazuli. And then screen, we can just make it out of anything, really. So why don't we just go for crystal blocks, I think. So yeah, some lapis lazuli first and a diamond. So 1 diamond. And lapis I've got enough of. We generated quite a bit of it, so that's 9. 18, because we're just going to need 2 blocks. And we'll see how well this actually goes in practice. Because it doesn't really give you any information on what's the best material. I haven't really experimented, so I'm just going to give this a try. And I think I've got some crystal blocks here. They just came off previously. I just haven't converted into crystals. So if we go for this recipe like this, 2 lapis lazuli and a diamond, we get a power crystal. So power 598 of 2395, range 9, purity 59. Okay, so we can play around with it to get better results there. But I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, I did read a little bit more about this, and it does seem to say it generates ores inside the... Oh no. Well, back in a second. As I was saying before the nighttime and said skeleton who was about to shoot me off the platform, this thing apparently generates ores in the center right here. So we're going to want to pull stuff away from the center. Now, the only way we have of that at the moment is a gravity block. Unfortunately, I don't think, because this is in set by 1 and not raise 1 up, unless, well, we can give it a try, I guess. It wouldn't be able to pull it up, out and down. So if I just put it here, for instance, and you get the idea, if I just put a chest down, okay, and then we just put a hopper, it may not be able to pull into the hopper because it's already too low. So we'll just put a power crystal down and let's see if this thing powers up. Let's just drop onto the platform, actually. Can I just put it there? Yeah, okay. So is that providing this thing with power? Well, there is some ores, so clearly it's doing that. And I can't drop into there. So this isn't going to work as is. Okay, so why don't we just see what we can actually do? I almost want some kind of anti-gravity block. I think there may well be an anti-gravity block, and then that will push it up, and then we can pull sideways maybe. Let me go and see about that, because the anti-gravity block was used to make the ore puller block itself, and it isn't too hard to make. Anti-gravity. It looks identical. Okay, so it needs an ASIL machine case, some ASIL ingots, some feathers, and bits and pieces. So I'll go make one of those. And note the anti-gravity block didn't work, so it just cancels out gravity. It doesn't actually cause a push, so we will have to just do some other things first then. We're going to make this charger, which is going to recharge the power crystal up there. The one I put up there originally got basically depleted almost straight away, so let's just get that sorted. And we just need a couple of crystals and a shard of the morning star. Crystals, let's put a couple of bits and pieces away that I don't need just yet. Do I have any of the normal crystals left? We should have. Yeah. Okay, so shard of the morning star. There we go. That gets us a charger. Okay. You are also going to need a multi-block platform. And I have put it up there. It's going to be some moonstone. It's going to be some smooth onyx, which is just regular onyx from Hearthwell. And some crystal blocks. Nothing you haven't seen before, or at least constructed so far. Here they are, moonstone. Let's use some feathers. We've made this before, and smooth onyx is just regular onyx in a furnace. So that is straightforward too. And I put that in the wrong place. Let's put that in the right place. There. Okay, and then we'll just knock that block out. Okay. Right, so it now says that's almost done. There needs to be 4 things on the sides, it looks like. What are you that I've completely forgotten? Let's just see. Previous... it doesn't tell me what's on the sides. They look like gravity blocks. I assume they are gravity blocks. Does not say. Shift click for recipe. Mini gravity blocks? Are they just like one gravity block in... They are always one gravity block. That's hilarious. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. That's that complete, and then we should be able to put the power crystal in it, I think. Is that in the right place? We'll see. And then if I just drop some mysterious dust or something, whoop, that should start charging it, I think. What's it turning it into? Stone dust. Interesting. So can we get that power crystal black, please? And you are power 99, so that is an increase in power. That will immediately be taken up, however, by that. So we need to figure out some way of consistently recharging this and having it put in there. And mysterious dust does do the trick, but there are other things in the book that says can power this up as well. So items hold charge, bucket of liquid souls, mysterious dust, mysterious leaves, mysterious rod, lots of mysterious stuff, TNT cold, experience bottle, etc. So we'll have to figure out some way to do that later. Oh, are you not stored in there anymore? Yeah, you should be. You gonna recharge? There we go. So that is going to start recharging extremely noisily. I really could do with a super sound muffler. And one of the things I was really thinking about doing up here, collect things. There we go. We've got some ores. You can shift right click on that, or right click, I can't remember which. But if whoops, or you just get them out, I suppose. Oh, I wanted to do that. Let me just put a piece of cobblestone down there. And put a collector down on top, facing down. And then if we just put a lever on just temporarily, where's my... did I put a lever in? Whoops. There you go. Yep, it's going to pick up gold ore, and that's right next to it. That's good, because I should be able to pipe out of this, I think, using item conduits from Ender.io. So that's going to continue generating stone dust and being noisy, so I'm going to come back in a few minutes and let this go. We're going to need to basically create a timer for this, or some redstone clock. Is there a redstone clock? Time master. No, I don't really want that. Let's just go for a regular timer then. Yep, so we can create this from dark utilities. And if I remember rightly, it tends to be quite nice. It's just 5 pieces of redstone, some sticks and some stones. And then we should be able to create a redstone tick that then causes this collector to every so often try to collect, and that should get this thing automated. And if we just grab you for a second, What are you on? You're on 626. So if I just put that there, that's going to start producing power. And for this, and by default, apparently this will pull at this level where I put this block. It will pull every 2.5 minutes, but you apparently can layer this up to 60 blocks down, and that means I want to run out of space. I've only got enough room, including this block, for about 14, but at 60 blocks down, it generates one ore, or can generate one ore every tick, and that's 20 ticks per second. So I don't think I'm going to need it that fast, to be honest, but you see that power crystal is draining, so we do need some kind of way of automating that. I would have liked it if it could stay in there and then charge this structure. I'm not sure if that's the case. Why don't we just try it? So let's just grab that back. If I leave that there, will it charge this? I'll come back in a minute. That was on 498. And then we just need to probably go and get some pulsating iron, which is unfortunately going to need an ender pearl, which I don't have yet. So yeah, Now up at the top, I've got automatic charging happening. I'll show you how that happens in a minute. I can't yet do automatic putting the crystal into the charger, but having it just charge when it's in there, it automatically is fine. I'm just going to quickly grab a couple of stacks of these leaves, and we are just going to create some crystal blocks because I want to test out different options for having the power crystal. So when you want to test options, you eliminate variables. Basically, you want to make everything the same apart from the center block, and I assume that's going to be the power. So if we have this here, and we have a crystal, and then we just need I need to actually process these first. Mysterious mixture, yeah, I need to just put those through. So that will not take it very long because, hey, it's a very fast furnace now. So we just need 12, 11, 12, and that'll do. And then that should get us everything we need. It's the same. I think it's the same anyway. If anyone sees different, let me know. So let's just put that through. And there we go. So nucleus is lux. That has power 586 to 2345. This is 2300, so both of those seem to be fine. Lux is the easy one. This range is different, however, so that's interesting. So the range differs even with a different nucleus. So it's not just a simple whatever's in the middle changes things. So let's go upstairs. Is it nighttime? It is nighttime. Let's go back to day, and let's go upstairs and see what the other crystal is, because we're going to compare diamond to lux to what was this one? Yeah, it's the crystal catalyst, the multicolored crystal thing. That's fine. I've put some more things here. Amplifying tubes. We will get back to those later. Was that the sound of an enderman? I do need ender seeds. Anyway, ender seeds, ender pearls. No ender lilies in this pack, unfortunately. Anyway, automated this by basically having the same farm we have down there, up here. And now you'll see it gets pulled in towards the charger. That won't happen by default. You do need to put gravity underneath it. But once you do that, you then have this kind of option. So if you just step here for a second, we then should have 3 crystals. So that's 2395 and 9. So it looks like the best of those 3 options is going to be diamond, which is the one we chose first, which is sort of handy. And that will, of course, start automating the sort of charging of those. In the meantime, these have a little bit of power in them, so we can just put them both down like that. It'd be nice if I could connect the two so I didn't need to insert stuff in here, but you know, you take what you can get. And let's just drop some mysterious dust up here while we're there. Okay, up at the top, we have ores being produced. And you'll see that's kind of a healthy amount. We are going to want to speed that up, mind you, but that's good enough for now. And particularly, it gives us some emeralds, which we haven't actually got until now. So, yep, good stuff so far. And again, now we've decided on diamond for the center, at least for the moment. If anyone has any better qualities than this, by the way, do put them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to see what the best actual result is. But I changed the lapis for soul steel blocks. They're a bit more expensive, but you can have a look. This produces a maximum capacity of 8,000 power at a range of 7. So that is much better than what we had. So I think I'm going to go and replace that into the charger, and then we'll let it charge up to full. I'm not sure what happens when it gets to full. Might be nice if it places somewhere around it. That might be more automatable, but yeah, well, that needs to be changed. So let's just grab you for a second. And this has some charge in it, but I'm going to just start it charging regardless. This one is full, so we'll just pop this one down and start picking up some of these other ones that are going to be not quite so good. Okay, so they can just go in a chest up here, but one up here anyway, just with some reserve mysterious dust in case I need them. They can go in there along with a couple of the power crystals, and I'll probably make some more soul steel, and we'll get a couple more 8k soul crystals, and that will start generating stuff. And this is actually working. Only problem is I need to get something that will pick up specifically only stone dust. So if I can get a filtered gravity block or something like that, like a vacuum chest, that's going to be the one thing I actually want from this, because I need to be able to clean this up automatically. Also, if this gets full, I don't really have any way of detecting and stopping that tree right now, because it will just continue producing stuff. So what we may have to do for more advanced purposes is have the gravity block pulled to a hopper, have the hopper go into some kind of container, and then on the other side have I don't know. We need a redstone signal from this to tell us if it's full or not. I'm not sure if it does that. And we can probably detect if there's a block here or something like that, but maybe that will always count. So yeah, not quite so sure. What you could do is, if it could detect a block there, is if there's a block there, then start churning out from a dispenser, mysterious dusts. But that's fine for now. It gets us going at least, and we're getting plenty of ores into the top. So anyone has any improvements on it, please put them in the comments below. But for now, I have to deal with the horrible thing of walking up a ladder and getting free ores. Woe is me. Okay, I did a little bit more research. The only way you can improve that crystal beyond that is to use crystal nether blocks, from what I can see. Crystal nether blocks, so nether crystal blocks. We just need to make nether crystals, and then we make them back into those. Everything else, it seems like the top and the bottom block of the crystal block is the thing that generates the most improvement in power, more than anything else. So diamond middle, soulstone top and bottom, and crystal nether blocks for the outside should make the maximum size possible. I've run out of soulstone, unfortunately, otherwise I'd go and make one, but that should improve it by another 600, 700, something like that. So that seems to be appropriate. And was there a noise from something down here? Don't know. I think my cow may have wandered off. It may well have gone to the nether's banned, so I don't know where the cow's gone, but I did find a zombie pigman up here. So yeah, there's the cow back. Nope, cow's gone. No idea where it's gone. So I'm just getting food from fish again. That's my shortage for the moment. So that's only one quest on this episode, but a lot of actual setting up needed to actually get it done. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. We now have quite a few ores starting to build up, and I'm going to get those to be moved down here as soon as I can get some item ducts. I basically already have a system for being able to do it. We've got this brazier of hoarding, which if we put down an item, let's just say this glowstone ore, glowstone ore, and we throw it in there, it's going to appear up here. So we can already get stuff remotely. It's just that I don't have any way of getting into this brazier of hoarding because I don't have any ducts that need, well, the only ducts I have is a hopper, and a hopper needs to go under the block, and I can't go under the block just because of where it is. Unless anyone wants to suggest an alternate solution, in which case, happy to hear it. Otherwise, oh, there's my cow. Oh, why are you going this way? Oh, well, he's stuck in there anyway, that's fine. Or she, I should say. She's providing milk. So yeah, it is actually working. I did put a collector up there. That collector is getting the stone dust. So it is fairly tidy up there now. It's just that I can't automate further without some kind of duct work. I look for pipes, I look for ducts. They're all either needing ender pearls, or they need stuff that we don't have yet that I can see. So yeah, getting stuff out of here. I could just put a dropper here and put the brazier right underneath it, you know, that kind of right here. Whoops, right here, that kind of stuff. But you know, I can't get the stuff out of there, so yeah, a bit stuck at the moment. But it's automated as far as I can for the moment, and of course, it is generating ores, as you can see. In between episodes, I'm probably going to go and speed this up. Although I'm not sure I can actually automate the power crystal fast enough to speed it up, but we'll see what your ideas are and see how well we get on next episode. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully that's been instructive and you can follow through in your own world to have automatic ore generation. And we'll see you next time for some more Glacial Awakening. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.